Hi, welcome to the show, Allegra.
Thank you for having me.
How long have you been on the circuit?
Oof, that's a very good question.
Has
I,
it has it been a long time?
I was a signed artist when I was 14, but I was developing because I was obviously so young. Um,
Mm.
and I think COVID obviously slowed things down. But I'd say I've properly kind of been going at it for, I don't know, maybe 2 years.
About 2 years. Actually on the circuit, performing.
Yeah, I mean, I've released a lot of singles, to be honest. So maybe around for quite a bit, yeah.
Wow. So young.
I
So
know,
young to
I
be
turned
getting into
23
music.
last week.
Wow. Okay. So when did being a singer actually start for you?
Well, I was always singing around the house with my family. I didn't care if I was good or not. Um, but I think it's when I was signed when I was 14 that I was like, wow, okay, maybe I can actually do this. So yeah, I think since I was 14, I started to really believe in myself when people started believing in me.
Does that always have to be the way, or should it be you should believe in yourself
I
before
think you
others
should
believe in you? Or
I mean, you should definitely believe in yourself, but I already did believe in myself. It was just obviously someone came to me being like, "Oh, we believe that you could really do it." And I was like, "Okay, so this is great." But I think it's just about recognition, I guess,
yeah.
so that you could have the support from others. But I think, yeah, as you say, it's always good to believe in yourself.
Did you have a lot of family support around you?
Very much so. I mean, my mum would tell people I do music before I told them. I made sure I would never send her actually music or anything because she'd just post it everywhere, and I'm like, no, no, I can't send it to her because she'd shout about it and support and tell everyone, and I'm like, it's not out yet. You can't tell anyone.
How many times did you go away somewhere and your parents actually say, "Go on, Allegra, you get up on that stage and sing. Sing for your friends, sing for your family. Go
All
on."
the time, all the time. I mean, my mum would have a birthday celebration. She hates attention, but she'd always put like a birthday celebration on just so I could sing for her friends, basically. um, all the time. My mum would be like, "Yeah, just go on." Yeah,
Did that ever wear a bit thin with you? I think, oh, for goodness sake, Mum, just leave me alone, please.
I know. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I would be like, it's not about me tonight. I mean, every other day it is, but no,
Very modest. That's very modest.
no, but yeah. I mean, I guess sometimes it gets annoying, but it's just because it's your mum. I guess like
Mm.
everyone
Mm.
gets it.
What influences did you have at the very start?
I mean, my memories are when I was kind of, it always starts in the bedroom. I was in my bedroom with my neon microphone and I was singing the Saturdays.
Oh, right. Okay.
Loved the Saturdays. Alicia Keys was a big influence as well. So was Leona Lewis, Rihanna, Beyonce, Taylor Swift. I mean, loved them. I'd always be singing with my neon microphone in my bedroom.
So, do you write your own songs or do you have someone else write them for you?
No, I very much believe in writing my own songs. I can't do it if someone else does. Because I need to believe in what I'm doing, I need to believe what
Okay.
I'm singing. And I find it very difficult if someone's like, here's a song, sing it, and I just can't do it. So I have to write my songs.
Okay. Do you do you think that later on down the line you're going to get maybe songwriters thrust a piece of paper in your hand and say, "This is a song for you, Allegra. We want you to sing this song." How how would you feel about that? Would you accept it with open arms? Or would you say, you know what, I prefer to write my own?
I mean, I have had that happen to me before where I was given a song to record and I just could not record it because I didn't understand it. I see music as a form of therapy, which I'm sure a lot of people
Yeah.
do. So, I write about my heartbreak
Okay.
and just, personal things to me. So, singing it, it's like acting,
Mm.
and you need to believe it. You can't just put it on. I mean, I guess I'd love to have been in the process of writing that song that songwriter would write for me. But I don't know, who knows? But I do like writing my own stuff and I prefer it.
So, where would you get your inspirations from?
All the men that have broken my heart, Nick. um, I do tell them, I'm like, if you break my heart, I'll write about you. um, but
How do they react to that?
I mean, fair enough. I've had people like ex-partners come up to me being like, "Is this one about me?" And I'm like, "Yes." And they have said that they've discussed it with the other ones I've also. So I think there's like a little club going on about who I've written about. But I'm very confident in what I do, so I don't mind telling people if they figure it out. But I think also I just also write about kind of women empowerment as well. I love making songs that you feel good about yourself, that you could, dance and get ready to, and kind of those kind of songs. So they're not all about heartbreak. They're also about kind of, believing in yourself and that kind of music, which I think is very important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So your single, All About Us, did very well at number 2 of the Music Week Commercial Pop Club chart and number 10 on, you're grinning like a Cheshire cat, on the Billboard Dance chart. Um, Now, obviously, by your reaction to that, it obviously still brings back that glowing feeling of achievement.
Yeah.
Um, Describe how you felt when you was told what that song achieved.
I mean, the part why I'm also grinning is because I was so young when I did that. um, I think I was 15, 16 when I did that. So I would say I was quite naive when I was told of all of this. And because it was actually my first single, so I didn't really know anything else. And I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, like, obviously I was excited, but I didn't know kind of anything else. I mean, that's quite a bad thing to say, but I didn't really understand it because I was so young. But now when I look back, I'm like, I don't think 15-year-old me understood what that was. And that's a huge thing as you're
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
it up now. And I was 15, so that was a long, long time ago for me. And yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from it, and it was a great way to start. I was actually so scared because I was like, oh gosh, I've started quite well. I have to top it, and every time I have to keep topping it. So, I mean, hopefully I'm doing that. But yeah, it's a great memory to have, I guess.
Well, you did very well because the actual video was very entertaining. In a skaters park, and there
Oh
was
God,
all
yeah.
these people with it looked like the burst of the red arrows going on around you. It was it was really good. It was really
I,
entertaining.
I know. I remember the meeting I had with the director, and the director was like, "Can you skate?" And I was like, Uh, I mean, not since I was probably 6 years old. And then they're like, "Can you dance and skate?" And I was like, "I can try." Um, so since then, I haven't been put on skates because I refused to. But it was definitely an experience, and I was practicing a lot because I had to dance and roller skates, which isn't so easy. But I was lucky to be surrounded by a lot of professionals who could put it off for me a bit, I guess. But it was a lot of fun.
And how many times did you actually fall over? How many takes did it take?
Actually, I think I fell over once over the space of 2 days.
Well, that's not bad.
That's it. I think you expect me to fall over all the time, but I didn't. I was very careful.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, what has your journey been like from the age of 14, which is very young to start in the music industry?
Yeah.
Um, what has your journey been like? And be honest, because obviously it's not all a bed of roses. And
Yeah.
I think anyone listening to this interview would, some would say, oh, aren't they lucky to be in that position and make money and videos and blah blah blah, which is where the trolls come in.
Yeah.
Um, But you've also got the people that say that's really got to be hard,
Yeah.
mentally, emotionally. You've got your highs with your lows.
Yeah, definitely. And I've personally been going through a journey mentally, and I guess like everyone, goes through their mental struggles. And I look back now and I say, I'm glad, well, I'm not glad I went through it, but I'm stronger because of it. And
Hmm.
I think obviously at 14 you're naive and it's all exciting and it's all roses and you're like, wow, yeah, I'm gonna, become this huge pop star and influencer or whatever. And it's not like that, it's definitely a journey. You have to work very, very hard. And whenever I talk about these things that I do, everyone's like, oh, photo shoots, it's glamorous, or you have to do a music video. That's fine, but it's a lot of hard work, behind the scenes.
Hmm.
That's why I like to be very open about it, because it isn't all, daisies and roses, as you say, I guess.
No, no, it isn't.
Um,
It isn't.
and there's a lot of moving parts, I guess. And also, I think because I was so young, you're also going through puberty at that point, and you're
Hmm.
just going through a lot of, I guess, emotions. But also being a female artist isn't, the easiest. You have to make sure, you're surrounded by the best people who support you and don't take advantage. But I have been very lucky, and I understand people might look at me and being like, oh, she's a very lucky girl, but no one knows what happens behind the scenes. And
No.
it's always, I like to be very open because that's how you connect with people. And I'd say I'm a very kind of strong female artist now, because I've been through a lot, as I said, mentally. So
Hmm.
I'm stronger because of that, and I would like my music to put that message across.
One thing I've got to ask you,
Yeah,
because I'm a lot older than you,
yeah.
and knowing how um, teenagers are, I was once a teenager, believe it or not. Um, was you a stroppy teenager at the age of 14?
Uh, I wouldn't say I really was, to be honest. I mean, I didn't know. I was. You want to ask my parents? Shall I go find them? Um, I don't know. I think because I'm the eldest of my family, I've got three younger siblings. So I guess, being the eldest, you have the responsibility of being the eldest, I guess. So you
Yeah.
didn't really have time to strop. But um, I wouldn't say I really was, but I don't know. Maybe you can ask my managers as well. Maybe they still say I'm a stroppy person, but
Oh, I'll send an email, don't worry.
yeah. Also, they'll have a different story to tell you.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. So, what's on the cards for Allegra?
Well, I mean, I've just released obviously my new single with Alok, which is a huge thing. Um, which yeah, I can't believe I'm saying, to be honest. But at the minute I'm also working on EP because I just want to get new material out. I'm always kind of pushing my team, and it always takes time obviously to release things, and people don't get that.
Hmm.
But I'm like, I'm ready to release a lot of material at this, same time, and for people to really understand my music, because a lot of it's been dance, kind of pop remixes, which I love, don't get me wrong, but there's another side to me which is a bit more kind of emotional, I guess. Not that I'm coming out with Adele ballads, but um there's a lot of meanings behind my songs that will be coming out soon, and I'm very excited for that.
Well, we look forward to that. So, if you could perform with any living artist,
Ooh.
who would it be and why?
I mean, I'd probably say kind of an obvious one. I'm the biggest fan, obviously, of Beyonce because of her work ethic as an artist.
Hmm.
But I feel like also Rita Ora, I don't know why, but I feel like she would be so fun behind the scenes, and I feel like we'd get on like a house of fire. I don't know, but I love kind of her style, her fashion. But I say also Beyonce because she's a hardworking artist, and I very much want to be like that. The first person there, the last person. Actually, on my music video that I just did, I was the first person on set. No one
And the
was there.
last one to leave.
Well, I mean, they were taking away the stage, and I can't do the stage. But yeah, I'd say I'm a hard worker, and I want to earn my place. I'm not gonna just show up and be like, yes, I'm the star, and everyone has to act like this around me. I want people to be like, oh, she belongs there and she works for it. So yeah.
So, what's it been like working for top DJs? Look, there we go. Look, grinning like a Cheshire cat again.
I
And
think
producers like Top Talk, Full Intention, Majestic, Rehab, and Tisto.
yeah, Tiesto, yeah.
I mean,
It's huge. um it's just huge. I mean, when I heard about Tiesto, I didn't know how to react. I was like, no, you guys are joking. But I don't know. I think the scary thing is it's more like they believe in me, which, because Tiesto and people like, as you said, Tiesto and Alok, like they don't usually do singles with upcoming artists like myself.
no, no.
And that just shows that, they believe, which is also it's nice, but it's like, oh gosh, like not pressure, but it's nice to be believed in, especially in this industry. Like, we will have to support each other as artists, and working with these incredible people is just such a dream, and I honestly wouldn't have thought about it when I was 14.
Well, I think also those DJs and producers, you're right, they wouldn't just work with someone that's just, come into the studio. Yeah, this is not
Yeah,
just my first time, but I've been around the block for a couple of years. Um, but you've obviously got something in your voice and a charisma that they can work with or work for.
yeah,
You've got to have something because, like you said, they wouldn't just work with you. I mean, they would work with some of the highest celebrities, um, but that just goes to show where you are heading
yeah.
because you are going to be on these big stages one day. If you haven't even met them yet, but you are going for the big stages. And I'd be very surprised if I don't see you at Glastonbury one year.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I hope so. Yeah, I mean, it would be obviously a dream, but right now I'm focused on each step, and taking it every day as it comes, really, and I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
And so you should be. Um, so where can we get your music from then?
I mean, I guess everywhere. I mean, on all platforms, I guess. Um, I obviously it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere.
Have you got a website?
I do actually, which is under Allegra World Official. But I have all social media platforms, as you do these
Hmm.
days. Which is it's actually Allegra World, I think. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember my Um, yeah, no, I mean, like my artist name and my
Yeah.
actual name is Allegra, so it's under Allegra World on Instagram, and you can find me there.
Well, certainly post all the details on social media when the interview goes live. Well,
Okay.
it's been lovely having you on my show, Allegra. It really has. I look forward to following your journey.
Thank you.
And who knows, we can have you back on the show and
I'd
you
love
can
that.
tell me everything that's been going on behind the scenes once again.
I will.
Now, I'm going to play out with your round and round. And I would like like to say, Allegra, you are a new star.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My guest, Allegra.